What's going on, guys? Today, we're bringing it back to the basics. I'm going to share with you my top 4 commandments when it comes to being able to shoot good pool. These are not just automatic switches that you turn on and it just changes your game forever. No, this is a fundamental freaking checklist that you're going to run through for the rest of your life if you choose to take up the cue. Everyone from a first timer to a seasoned pro. And if you do consider yourself experienced, I ask you to reflect back on these 4 things and tell me just how strong your fundamentals are in this game. Stick around to the end and I'm going to share with you my personal philosophy on what is the difference between a beginner and me. Just kidding. No, but between a beginner and an experienced player, guys. Stick around to the end and see what I have to say about it. Let's jump into it. Number 1, footwork. I see all 4 of these issues every time I'm watching people play pool, y'all. But your footwork is huge. First things first, you place your feet the same way you do a lot of sports that require balance. We're talking snowboarding, boxing, skateboarding, and that is because it is the perfect balance between side to side and front and back. 1 foot forward and 1 foot to the side. You need to be balanced when you're down on a shot. I see new players fall into what we call the G.I. Joe, where the cue stick still feels new in their hands and they keep it loaded, ready to fire, which makes their feet usually fall into place second after they're down on the shot. Do not go sumo style either, and do not go side saddle. Your legs will start to wear out and start distracting your brain. Ideally, you want to aim while you're standing up and step into the shot. And once you get down on it, ask yourself, am I comfortable? I know it's a simple game, but you need to be focused, man. And all of your body weight needs to be split evenly amongst 3 points of contact. Your left foot, your right foot, and number 2, the bridge. Now, before I make the connection, I need to make a point here. There are 2 main hand bridges in pool, and one of them is not the fist bridge.
Trailing 12 racks to 1, Lord fist bridge to break.
And one of them is not the knuckle bridge. Though I will say I have seen some people play half decent with this malarkey. The 2 main hand bridges in pool are the open bridge and the closed bridge, and even pros still argue as to which of these is generally superior. But in my experience, and most people I think will agree, the open bridge is easier to be more accurate with, while the closed bridge will let you put more spin on the ball. For completeness sake here, the open bridge is constructed by placing your palm flat on the table, spreading your fingers, attaching your thumb to your index finger's knuckle, and forming a V. For any bridge though, you must have your fingers spread, forming a strong, sturdy base, and you must have your palm or wrist on the table. That is the important part here, guys, because all of your balance is on your feet and being shared by what weight you can put on this hand. It needs to be shared correctly and get you comfortable, man. Look at the pros play. You need to be absolutely comfortable when you're down on the shot. Want to test this out at home? If you don't have a cue, grab a broom, a stick, a staff, anything, and practice what I just showed you. Stand in front of a table, near pool table height, and pretend to get down on a shot. Then just sit there. Just sit there and marinate. Feel where the weight's distributed. Is one leg taking all the weight compared to the other one? Stand up, reset. Is all of your weight on your hand? Stop, get most of your weight in your feet, reset. Start to feel what it takes to be comfortable when you're down on a shot. If your bridge is all fingertips, you'll see that any weight you put forwards towards the front of your hand will cause it to be unsteady. You need to have a bridge that is rock solid to help ensure good balance, let alone aim accurately, man. Let's talk about the shot now and about this aim. But before we do, if this video is something that can help your pool game at all, guys, please come off full screen, go down there and click that little thumbs up down there, man. It does so much for me, I beg of you. Thanks, guys. Check out the merch store as well, link in the description for sick shirts like this, and man, I've got a really sick one that I spent a lot of time designing. I'm pretty excited about, but coming out next. Let's get back to it. The follow through. Anyone who has ever done any golfing or baseballing can attest. The follow through is absolutely paramount. I won't say a lot of pool players, I'll say the majority of pool players do not have a good follow through. Once a cue stick hits the cue ball, it needs to continue at least a few more inches. My analogy, imagine drawing a line on a dry erase board. The straightest part of the line is usually near the center, so we need to make sure we are hitting the cue ball somewhere near the middle of our stroke. A lot of really good players still have issues with this, and you won't see it on the really simple shots. You'll see it when they need to have a good stroke on the cue ball, when the pressure's high. That's when these commandments start to break down, even in the pros. Here's a good friend of mine who's gonna hate this. He's a 7-speed. He's a damn good shot, and he still has issues, like all of us do, with the follow-through on when it comes to the testy shots. But what else fell apart there? Do you see it? Number 4, staying down on the shot. Now, we talked about getting a nice balance in your body weight, a nice smooth follow through, and it doesn't stop there, guys. You've got to stay down after the stroke is completed. Again, the majority of pool players still have issues with this, including myself. They'll pop up the moment the cue stick strikes the cue ball, which leads to a breakdown in accuracy and stroke quality. This is all a product of high pressure situations, and these fundamentals start to break down. Following through, staying down on the shot, both will fall apart when the pressure rises. Look back after a missed shot and ask yourself if you stayed down on the shot and if you had a smooth follow through. You can also test and train these two concepts at home, even without a cue or a pull table. Apply a strip of tape to a table on a straight line. Mark 2 different points about 4 inches apart. Take your staff, remember to step into the shot. Practice a good sturdy bridge, then pretend the first line is where the cue ball is. Practice addressing the shot, then follow through. Smooth all the way to the second line and hold it there for at least 2 seconds. Then stand up and do it again, going through the checklist. Now for my little bonus analogy. What is the massive difference between a new player and an experienced player? Well, now in the other vein, different than baseball and golf, the pull stroke can almost completely be isolated to the elbow. Whereas golf and baseball are very complicated movements where you're moving a lot of different parts of your body. After hitting thousands of balls, your elbow just becomes a straight piston. It's like it's on a track. It's laser straight. But when you first start and you don't have that muscle memory down, that line is not very straight. It's kind of all over the place. And you need to put in the time in training that muscle-mind connection to kind of build that track that your elbow will just start to stay in line with. Take that same little drill I just gave you and practice cueing in a straight line over the tape, or over any straight line. Do it with a closed bridge, do it with an open bridge, do it with your eyes closed. It will take a little time, but as that becomes more and more laser straight, you will start watching the cue ball also start firing laser straight. Then we start talking about trying to control it. But that will be for a different chapter here, guys. Hope this helps you become a better player, and for crying out sakes, I hope this is a wake-up call to Chris to start staying down and following through on the shot. Man, he gets that down. He's going to be a Fargo 650. I'm telling you, man, he is a good shot. But until next time, guys, cheers. Keep shooting.